Ever felt that squeezing sensation in your chest as anxiety takes hold? Those spinning thoughts that make sleep impossible? Those future-oriented fears that drain joy from today? Imagine discovering one phrase, merely 3 words, capable of melting anxiety instantly upon its arrival? Scientists specializing in the brain have researched this phrase's effects, uncovering insights that will fundamentally change your stress response permanently. Nevertheless, before I share these powerful words, you need to do something this instant. Press subscribe and enable alerts, since this upcoming knowledge could separate endless worrying from true peace of mind. This video originates from compiled scientific research from worldwide academic institutions and freely accessible public health materials, offering updated information particularly suited for individuals over 60. Let me present you with a straightforward question at this moment. How much of your life have you spent worrying about things that never happened? How many beautiful moments have you missed because your mind was trapped in an imaginary future or a painful past? The actuality is that anxiety cannot dwell in this moment. It's impossible. Anxiety is always about what might happen or what already happened. It feeds on time that doesn't exist right now. And at this point, the complete transformation happens. The expression that eliminates anxiety is nothing more than, I am here now. Simply 3 words. Only 9 letters. Endless capability. Upon uttering these words with authentic mindfulness, something amazing takes place in your mind. Research utilizing functional MRI technology demonstrates that present-focused awareness instantly decreases amygdala activity, the brain's anxiety hub, while concurrently boosting prefrontal cortex function, which governs logical thought and emotional control. Though this isn't merely a matter of neurotransmitters. This is about reclaiming your life from the tyranny of imaginary threats. Give this some thought. In this very moment, are you fine? Not thinking ahead to tomorrow, not projecting to next week, not in those middle-of-the-night imagined situations. In this moment, the answer usually turns out to be yes. This very second, breath flows through you. Currently, you're out of danger. At this instant, you possess all that's required to exist fully in the now. Most people over 60 carry decades of accumulated worries. We've experienced sufficient life to understand that negative events occur. We've known sorrow, disillusionment, and bodily health struggles. As a result of this history, our minds grow overly watchful, continuously seeking the next potential hazard. Psychological professionals term this anticipatory anxiety, and it's completely draining. It feels like marathon running while being completely motionless. Your body fails to recognize the distinction between real hazards and imaginary ones. As you worry regarding tomorrow's medical visit, your cardiac rate spikes, blood pressure increases, and stress hormones saturate your system, as though the threat were immediately occurring. This unrelenting stress not only feels dreadful, it literally fast-tracks aging and impairs your immune capabilities. Here's something powerful that Harvard researchers discovered. When people routinely engage in present-moment consciousness, their bodies create less cortisol, the chief stress hormone, and more DHEA, commonly known as the anti-aging molecule. Simply by guiding your attention to this moment, you're literally deciding on health rather than disease, peace rather than upheaval. I want to share a tale that captures this ideally. There lived a man called Robert, age 72, who spent every day engulfed in stress about his heart disease. Every morning he woke up checking his pulse, monitoring every sensation, convinced that each day might be his last. His wife witnessed him retreating into this worry cage until one day, while seated in his garden, a butterfly settling on a close flower captured his notice. For just a few seconds, his mind went completely quiet. His heart troubles weren't on his mind. Tomorrow wasn't in his mind. He merely watched this butterfly, completely in that instant. And right then he perceived something profound. His worry wasn't securing him. It was impeding his capacity to truly exist. From then onward, each instance anxiety manifested, he'd affirm to himself, I am here now, and redirect his consciousness to something in his immediate setting, a noise, a sensory experience, his breath. Over time, this simple practice transformed his life more than any medication ever had. At this moment, please pause this video for just 5 seconds and give this a try yourself. Articulate verbally, I am here now. Become aware of your body positioned in the chair. Become aware of air on your skin surface. Tune into the sounds in your space. Observe how swiftly your anxiety reduces when you authentically arrive in this moment. This doesn't represent positive psychology or denial. This represents something far more impactful. It's simply what is. The present is the only time frame that truly exists. All else is composed of either memory or mental projection. As you comprehend this profoundly, not merely mentally but through direct experience, anxiety releases its hold on you. You comprehend you've been troubled by things that don't literally exist right now. And prior to continuing, I require your assistance in sharing this message. Comment with the number 1 if this makes sense to you, or 0 if you're questioning it. Your interaction supports this video in finding those who critically need this information. Now, let's examine how to apply this phrase optimally, particularly during acute anxiety. The important thing isn't employing it as a weapon to battle anxiety, attempting to force worry away. Instead, use it as an anchor, a gentle reminder to return home to the present moment. As you recognize anxiety escalating, pause, draw a gradual breath, articulate I am here now, either out loud or internally. Next, activate your senses. What's visible to you? What do you hear around you? What can you feel? This elementary method disrupts the anxiety spiral before it accelerates. Scientific brain studies confirm that being entirely present and entirely anxious simultaneously cannot occur. These are incompatible states. Presence removes anxiety, just as light removes darkness. Not through battling, but simply through presence. For us above 60, this practice holds special value because we typically hold not just a day's worries, but also accumulated stress from a lifetime of trials. We might worry about health, about finances, about our children or grandchildren, about losing independence. These are valid concerns, but anxiety about them doesn't fix them. It merely blocks us from treasuring the good experiences still present. Acting addresses problems. Being present provides peace. Worry does neither. Here's why this phrase is so revolutionary. It functions instantly, requires no money, produces no negative effects, and works in any location, anytime. So here's your challenge. Each time you detect anxiety emerging, employ the phrase, I am here now. Pronounce it with conscious intention. Come back to your senses. And here's my request for you right now.